Nigerians have been asking for INEC reform, right? We want a better election so that Nigerians should at least have the privilege, the opportunity to exercise their right of choosing who lead them. So INEC reform has been on the mouth of majority of well-meaning Nigerians. We've been trying to pressure the National Assembly and everybody that matters so that they can at least give us a functioning INEC. And in the light of that, we saw that from the Nigerian number 3 citizens, which happens to be the president of the Nigerian Senate, Godswill Akpabio. And what has he said? You saw what he has said. He said Nigerian election has improved tremendously. That's the word he used. Said it has improved tremendously since the exit of PDP. Says since PDP departed, since PDP left power, Nigeria election has been like very, very good, like close to that of the United States of America. That's what the number 3 citizens said. And he said this during a debate when the Electoral Amendment Bill passed through second reading at the floor of Senate. Now, this is one thing that gets me really worried. If the Senate president is telling the world that Nigeria election have improved, which means it's better off now than it were during the days of PDP, which means those crying for INEC reform, those saying that Nigeria doesn't have the privilege, the opportunity to choose who govern, could be forced. That's what the Senate president is telling the world. Now let me, through the majority of well-meaning Nigerians, respond to the Senate president. I will do that adequately. Please don't skip this video. Senator Godswill Akpabio, sir, the election, the best election Nigeria have conducted, it was in the era of the PDP. It wasn't a perfect election, but you cannot compare an election that removed an incumbent president to an election where somebody like Akpabio, who was not involved in the primary election of his senatorial district, you don't compare, do you? You cannot compare an election where oppositions will still win elections, local government and state. You don't compare to an election that produced a certain Ahmed Lawal, who never participated in his Yobe State senatorial district election. But today they are all in the Senate. Goodluck Jonathan conducted the presidential election that took him out of office. You cannot tell me that such election wasn't good enough. It wasn't perfect, yes. There was ringy. But for an incumbent to have lost an election, meaning the election was fair to a very large extent, will this APC conduct an election that any of them will lose? It has not happened, and obviously it will not happen. Because we have an APC that believe in snatching, grabbing, and running away with power. And Akpabio is telling the world that the election being conducted by the APC now is better off to that of PDP. I think it was in the days of PDP where opposition would lost a case, we lost an election, will be rigged. Out of election, they will go to court and win. Comrade Adams Oshomole is a senator in that Senate today. He would never have been governor if this APC style was what was in place when he contested the election in Edo and was rigged out by Obasanjo to favor Osarieme Osunbo. Oshomole was obviously rigged out as invisibly, the same way they've also done in Edo recently now. He was rigged out and he cried to the court, to the tribunal. And who was the president then? Late Musa Yar'Adua, blessed memory. Who stood fair? Oshomole won the election, won the case in court, and was sworn in as governor. Show me where it has happened in Nigeria under the APC. That an APC rigged opposition out and you took them to court and win. It does not happen. This same APC made number 4 in Imo State to become the governor. Somebody who came fourth. But because he was a member of APC, they removed the winner, who was Emeka Hediora, disqualified number 2 for obvious reason, disqualified number 3 for obvious reason, until it get to the APC man who was fourth. It can only happen under APC. And let me take us back a bit. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, election is better off now. It was worse in the days of PDP, according to your word. You were a 2-time governor of Akwa Ibom State. Under which party? I've always told Nigerians we should learn not to take these people that serious. I mean every word. Because when these people feel, when they throw words into the public, it will not be challenged other than Nigerians will just know their head to read. They will continue to talk gibberish. You can't be saying a thing like this. You were part of the PDP that destroyed whatever you say they destroyed. But remember, whatever PDP may have destroyed in Nigeria is nothing to be compared to what APC have done in their 12 years. Is it 12 years or 10 years already? 10 years plus. You don't compare. The only APC man or who's in his tenure was a bit fair in an election was the late Muhammadu Buhari. He was a bit better off. Buhari in his lifetime never interfered in elections. Perhaps that was why Bola Ahmed Tinubu clinched the APC ticket, APC presidential ticket. If Tinubu is handing over tomorrow under the same APC primary, his own candidate will win the primary because he will influence it, he will snatch it and grab it. So Senate President Godswill Akpabio, please, in case you people, I don't know, maybe I would rather advise you guys should change your supplier because this thing you guys are taking is not helping you at all. Because by the time you drop comment like this in the public space and you think we are still in those days where Nigerians don't know what's going on, we know better. APC is conducting the worst election. And where we needed an ethnic reform, you are saying this. So Nigerians, are you still hopeful that these people who call themselves senators, who have benefited or who have been benefited or who intend to keep enjoying fraudulent election result that has been manipulated, who election malpractices is the only thing that can get them to office or to power, are you hoping on these people to give you an INEC that will enable you choose who govern? We are obviously asking too much from those who doesn't have what we are asking for. That is obvious. So I saw this news, I was just like, hey, we are into one chance. These people think we are still moron. Although majority of us always act so before them. So they are very right. But I'm telling the Senate President and every other of the APC member who share this opinion, who will be bold to say this, that APC now conduct better elections. The election that brought Tinubu to power is the worst election in the history of the world. Not in Nigeria, in the history of the world. Should I talk about what happened in Edo? Or should I be talking about other elections? APC is the only party now that will be involved in an election. Even if they don't participate, they will win. And Akpabio is telling the world that since PDP depart, Nigeria have had better election. Well, Senate President, if maybe somebody told you this, I'm telling you now that it is the fattest lie of all time. Nigeria don't have elections under APC. It is selection, rigging, manipulation, and nothing more. Nigerians, what do you think?